Wait, what was that? Oh,
Stop. Now. It is time.
for what?
Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul.
What am I supposed to do?
Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket.
I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Well, shit, I guess I'm about to get jumped. Thanks for the warning. All right, here we go.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the
Oh.
fucking reckoning.
Oh shit, it's going down.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
And what's going on here?
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Do you want to test them?
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
What the fuck? Sounds like the armor figure is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
These guys are like something straight out of fucking Borderlands. Fucking Mordecai over here. And with his rifle. Doesn't that look like the rifle that we're looking for? The breech loading rifle? Wait a minute.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
I never knew about the third
The
one.
lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
It was mercenary at the gates, a scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We're out of time. This
The
is...
Mercenary Tribunal.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Can I want a quick save before I do this. Can I walk away for a second?
No, we have to step in. This is not going to end well if we don't.
Here we go. Stop, this is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers
I
backwards.
think he's calmed down a bit.
Pig fuck!
Uh-oh, yeah, they do not like us. I can see you're drunk.
Ah, yeah. Welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
Where's my gun?
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle,
Ooh.
the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin.
Seems like a finger gun. You mean I just walked up like, everybody stop? Fuck.
I don't know about this getting under his skin.
Whoops.
What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Fucking shoot him immediately. God damn. Who is that? I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Howen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
But look at the gun he has. It's the breech-loading rifle. So, could he have been... It's the only person that I could suspect that could have possibly killed him. But I'm wondering, why would he have killed one of his own men? Unless he was trying to shoot her instead? But again, for what reason?
All of you cunts inside out.
Was that rude?
Rip you open.
The killer.
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he does?
He kills?
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
Easy. Easy now.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did then?
Classier.
The bird. You're fucking telling me a bird killed our colonel?
Let's say inadvertently the shot was meant for her. She had a pass and it caught up with her.
She used to work in industrial espionage, and
You think I'm fucking stupid? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh? How about the kid? Go ahead. Say inadvertently. One more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
Think. Why doesn't he believe me?
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
you heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen.
Fucking liars.
Ooh, whoa.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
Yeah, because you're doubting yourself.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
Talk about the hangman.
Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Who are you, Corty?
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click. Softly click, click,
Whoops.
click. The realization comes to you, like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise Cortiner. He's brothers with the deceased.
Fuck.
No, probably foster brothers. Elise was put into a foster home, remember?
Oh yeah, he was. He was found in like a compactor.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death by lead.
Cortiner, I know that name.
He sways from left to right, inspecting you.
Raul and Liz Cortiner. Look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Raul.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
And then went to the same military academy, and the same unit, and the same war.
Same fucking mud hut town, too.
Okay, good.
Okay? It's parents left him in a fucking leaf compactor.
Ooh, Laylee.
Yes, when he was small, just an infant.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor.
No.
And now these cunts finished the job.
It's a mindfuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. Major, permission to.
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Listen, you're Laylee. Everyone says good things about him. He was a talker.
Fuck do you mean, talker?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around.
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets. Squeeze a bit of kit ass here and there. Great fucking idea that turned out to be. If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me, I'm not a big fan of public affairs, Clay Monkey. I'll gun every one of you down for what you did.
Why was Laylee the one that had to die?
Ready to open fire, Major. At
Yeah,
your
blue
command.
eyes. Shut the fuck up. He had blue eyes, didn't he? Your brother.
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man. It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down cloths.
Your brother did not deserve to go out like that. I promise I will find this killer.
Find his killer. Cop, his killer stands right there. Shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
You know what? It's a 72% chance, and I don't like my chances. I was hoping this would go up. I was hoping this would go up. Not this one. This is just gonna piss them off. They're not gonna give a shit about this. Saying either of these might make this go down. There is a chance that I'll get like a -1 or a 2 if I fucking piss them off. These just don't seem like good options. They're not gonna give a shit about either of these. It's 72% chance. It's in my favor. Or I could just stand there quietly, hope nothing bad happens. I mean, I do want to hear more dialogue. But I'm scared it'll make this go down. Wait, rhetorics. Hold on. I have 6 skill points saved up that I can use. So I could do these to see what happens. Hand-eye coordination? Just fucking bump that up and try to shoot him? No, I don't want to kill him. He has every right to be pissed off. His brother died. Okay, now I'm not worried about it lowering this one. I'm worried about someone dying if I piss them off. I'm trying to save everyone here. I want to see. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Nothing. It's okay. That'd be a weird... nothing. It's okay.
Didn't sound like nothing. Sounded like you were about to break into a sermon. Was that it?
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot,
Oh, look at that.
Corporal.
Alpine's rep does not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Alpine's not going to forgive you for massacring a bunch on innocent people.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
Yeah, I figured he wouldn't give a shit. Let me just say one thing.
Fucking waste this fuck!
Ignore her. She's not the main threat yet.
Here we go. I have a feeling in my gut that this is somehow going to fail. I have a funny feeling. Game. If you fuck me over on this, I'm going to be very, very mad.
All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer?
Thank God.
Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Oh, I'm not in the fucking clear yet, though. I mean, it's obviously him who's in charge, right? We don't need to worry about that. If it were her, we would have been shot and dead already. And it's definitely not him. So it's gotta be him. There's no way it's not, right? Wouldn't that be just a fuck you if it was just him? He was the leader, actually. Just to be clear, you are officially in charge of this unit after the death of your colonel.
Me? I fucking told you. I'm a Crenell Major with 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead the platoon on a retaliation strike.
You're the highest ranking of the three of you.
Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
Wraps on his armored barrel-like chest.
Technically, the other man has the biggest gun. But we're beyond that now.
Hold on. What's the highest rank in Krenel?
King Reaper.
King Reaper. Gulpson says nothing. What an argument. Maybe it would work somehow. As leader of this group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed.
You're right. But you see,
That
I want
was
it
not a
to
good
end
argument.
in bloodshed.
Okay, it's not much. But he's thinking about something else. And his hand is off the gun. This did something.
I could. He's thinking about something else and his hand is off his gun that did something. So that's pointing towards the fact that if I decide to stand there quietly, he might decide to just back off. I don't want to fucking kill him. This is such a bad idea. Like, this is not a good idea. I don't want to kill him. I mean, who's to say shooting him would kill him? But, okay, look, my weapon can't penetrate any of his armor. So that means I'm probably going to aim for his head. So that means I'm going to murder him. Most likely if I shoot him. If I stand there quietly, I might just end up dying and get a bad ending right now. He might just shoot me and then I'm dead. Or me doing all this talking might lead to him backing down. I want to try standing. This told me that he's thinking about something else, that is doing something. So it leads me to believe that hopefully there will be more options to pick after this one, and he won't just immediately kill everyone. Okay. I think I'll go for it, and then see if I die. Stand there quietly, hope nothing bad happens.
What's the matter, loincloth? Mouthful of dick.
Let's see.
Think I'm gonna fucking spare you?
Oh, do I just die?
Shit, this is it. Tell him anything. Tell him you have more information.
Like, kill me, then I want to die. Alright, Rhetoric. Kill me and you'll never find out who killed your clone. I've been withholding information. I think I'm just gonna die.
Good. Kill him.
Yep. Damn. Oh.
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim
Ooh.
at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Dodge the bullet? There's no fucking way. No way. There's actually no way. Dude, alright, you know what? I have to see this happen. Dodge it.
You leap left. A
Wow.
swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
Stop shooting
The
at me.
man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke.
Holy
For
shit.
the next shot. Watch out. To your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too. At Kim.
God, please.
And says quietly without trembling, he aims face
He's
pale.
aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. He has to. The rifleman will fire at you again. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood
Glenn's
behind
fucking
you.
dead.
His mangled
Wow.
torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like
You shot him?
red geezers.
Oh God, watch out.
You see 2 cold eyes looking at you
Oh,
through
huh.
all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man
Yeah, damn.
squeezes the trigger.
Missed. Fuck. Evade the... I can't. There's no way. I don't have enough fucking... Well, gotta try it, right? Fuck. I'm fucking dead. Oh, is this actually like an ending?
You can't. There is no time. Something
I
inside
was so
your
close.
pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll.
I was actually 1 point off of dodging that, I think. Or no, 2 points. Was it 1?
The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness.
I'm alive.
Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them
Somewhat.
like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me.
Stay with me.
Everyone is so evil.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
Poor Kim.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him, a shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Scream, please!
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
Kim got out at least.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
I'd be a ghost now.
Brother, you already were a ghost. Up there screaming along with all of them, scaring each other, haunting each other. It's the living who are ghosts. The dead are silent. They don't rattle windows or write letters in blood. The living do. Leave them behind. Rest.
No, let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost
Damn.
1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. He's not
Whoops.
taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Canema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
That voice actor had a lot of fun.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
I'm alive.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine. Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
Room is clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
Piss jacket, Kim, you took it off?
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
But I never actually got him to put it on, so I'm wondering why that popped up. Why'd you say sunrise?
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun, it's engraved on it.
Cops like it.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Ouch.
That's right. Ouch, indeed.
What happened?
What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The major gave the command.
Happened then?
As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in a hospital. Yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Titus is dead?
Yes. You were bleeding out. I think you said no one wants to party with you. And you warned me. I was able to disarm the major before he got the jump on me.
Thank you. Although...
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
And the major?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured. We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
Titus is dead?
Yes.
How many casualties on the Union side total?
5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus.
And that's...
All.
Total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
I'm a psycho-locomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from the Major beating me with the butt of his gun. I try to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
Isn't that
I
strange?
called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Odd, you haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
They're so worried about me. Where are they?
I don't know.
That's between you and them, he thinks.
On my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Thank you.
No need.
Okay.
Easy now. How are you?
I feel fantastic. Let's rock.
He nods.
I'm Zal, Kim.
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her end. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classia, well, at least she's safely locked away.
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
I don't know. I think the dangerous theory you presented on Classia, or whatever her name is, was wrong. We have not found a motive or a weapon for her. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Fucking Maybelle's Kim the flowers.
What?
Yank it out, show dry flower. This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
No, Kim, every piece of garbage in the city is connected to the case.
Okay.
What, the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out.
I don't know. That's been there for years.
There's still a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
Antique bullet from a Bell, a gray 4.56mm. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. A revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I can't believe they're fucking useless.
No need to be melodramatic.
It's simple. We have to locate communism. Communism killed them.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, Detective, on account of it being dead.
Good. It's good it's dead. Communism is stupid.
Ideology does not have anything to do with the murder investigation at hand. I'm sorry, it does not.
Because I'm a La Puta Madre's peon, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
That does make some sense.
What I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
He sounds surprisingly weary.
Not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics.
Check Miss Karen's Katerzine Alicia's room upstairs.
Why not?
Huh. Ah.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Well, damn. Oh, I can't save because of this.
Call the Mama Vakwa.
Is this important right now?
It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Col du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Holy shit, plus 3 perception. That is insane. God damn. Well, let's save the game. Go back or no? I want to see if there's a way to talk them out of it or not. The fact that fucking Kim can just die and then you're stuck without him to solve the case. That's crazy. What the fuck? I wonder if everyone could die but you somehow. But no, if Kim dies, then wouldn't you die? Because he's the one that saved you, unless someone else could save you, like Titus if he lives or some shit. Yeah, I do want to see if there's a way to talk them out of it, or if you have to go into a shootout. I didn't talk about the trash compactor. Well, let's see. Where was it? And I. Ooh.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
There's smoke rising from the barrel. Look at corner.
There is a hole in his
So
cheek.
it doesn't kill him.
Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief.
Ooh.
Gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
And then put some into reaction speed. Dodge it.
You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
I cannot be killed. I become
The
immortal.
man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out. To your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too.
God, please.
This is the
aiming
same.
for the eye slot. He has to. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol.
Damn.
And the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but Glenn,
Green.
dying
Yeah, Glenn gets
in a
fucking
puddle of
capped.
blood behind you. His mangled. Oh God! Watch out! You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Come on, Luck! Fuck! So no matter what, this goes to complete shit.
You can't. There is no. The pain is too immense to. Nothing. A persisting darkness.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes.
But a slender white shadow towering. Someone. Scream immediately. He's gonna. No, you. There is. You hear a faint scream. A woman's. Then the sound disappears. Like some.
This is death.
The fuck is Andrew?
There is a.
No, it was him. He.
Except if the 3% hits. Yeah, if I get the fucking 3%, I can
You
dodge
see
the other
lieutenant's
bullet.
familiar
Sunrise, Parabellum. It's not
Ouch.
out.
Dramamine. That
Mr.
Clean,
got 2
out,
days,
out.
in and out. Yes,
the close proximity.
Sunrise Parabellum.
Isn't that?
It served you. The gates of the harbor. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Ouch.
That's right.
What
What
happened?
happened? You shot the major in the face. Yes.
Dead? Oh,
A blood-stained killer.
a killer.
You're an officer of the RCM. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
Dodged.
Then I shot and...
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to
Titus
intensive
survived.
care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. forget his name.
Eugene?
Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then.
Mm-hmm.
I think you say that no one wants to party with you.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
Oh, so instead of shooting him, she shoots her. And kills her. So he also killed.
He nods.
And they're all dead, all three of the contract.
The Pole was the last to die. Evrard had their bodies returned to Connell for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
How many casualties?
4. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets.
And that's...
All.
Oh, shit show.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
Is this better, though? I mean... Yeah, but it's still a shit
But
situation.
what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornet did not get into the beehive. And...
He did not expect you both.
reasonably
Kirk,
better. We
come on.
If it's possible, then
Good. You'll need to be. Not very. Things would be worse if... No.
a man back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after. I'm sure they're worried about you. I did. No need.
Magic gets to the point of 0%. Yeah, it might be one of those fake ones where you can't even... Because it's impossible, right? So you can't dodge it. So I think
Easy now.
there's probably just a good and a bad outcome.
How are you?
Feel fantastic. Let's rock.
He nods.
So yeah, this is a little bit better. The same amount of people died, but...
Another look at you.
You know, at least
Call the mama.
we saved Titus. Dude. And saved a couple people. Yeah. Still pretty rough. Is there really no way to talk them out of that? Unless I had to pick a specific set of dialogue options. Dude, him dying would suck. Thank God he's still here. A guy later? Yeah, it could. So curious. I feel like I probably missed something that would have helped me with it. Well, shit. I guess we'll just continue from here then. A little bit longer. Look, the door's open. You can walk right into Kim's room. Except for 650. I'm snooping. Your journal. Yoink.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM.
Aw.
They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Gart open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer.
It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. Let's go. I am sure
Alright. I think it's just...
The bathroom...
Yeah. Their player's been reunited with its right speaker. Kim, my love. Without Kim, there is no him in Detective. My baby boy is still with me. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay? Fuck off. You seriously tell me to walk everywhere? Come on, man. Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
I did, thank you. Big improvement.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. in the danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
DMs. Holy shit, so interesting. I wonder who killed the hangman. Holy shit, I love Kim Kitsu. Yeah. You know what? Alright, I gotta show this on stream. It's pretty fucking funny. This is basically, yeah, this is how I feel about the game, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, this is accurate. This is entirely accurate. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. 100% accurate. It's fucking funny. Where'd everyone go?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
What happened to the man with sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Oh, wait, where were you when it happened?
Where was I? How do you think I know the crazy shit you pulled off out there? I was there, out on the balcony, protecting my establishment.
That's actually true. You remember him from the corner of your eye, right behind you on the whirling balcony.
So, yeah, I guess I'm what you call a badass.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Just nod stoically.
He nods back at you, even more stoically. Make that 3. The lieutenant is nodding too, hands crossed.
All right,
no
thanks.
problem. They'll come back. They always do.
All right. I definitely think I gotta replay this game at some point to try and get the best ending if that's an option. Hey, man.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately.
Yeah, I really didn't want Titus to die. That fucking sucked.
That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
He looks at you with an unmistakable respect.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Actually, I just came to say goodbye. Wow. Shake his head and nod in silence.
Now, how can I help you?
I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Angus, he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
Hold on, where's that Shanky fella?
Dennis, that poor little rat is dead too. I always thought he'd run. But no, he stayed. Stupid, brave fella.
He didn't like him. That only makes it worse.
Good people, I'm sorry it went like that.
Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
Memento mori, or remember that you must die, is a slogan various religious orders have thrown around since the dawn of mankind to emphasize the vanity of earthly life and the transient nature of all earthly pursuits. In essence, it means one should live virtuously in this life to live better in the afterlife.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking girl. 'Cause tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
Or you might die of a heart failure. Or syphilis.
Hey, fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys now?
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy boys.
Any idea what I should do now?
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all Rebacho.
Not my priority.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
What?
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book.
So long, fellows. Be good so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
Copo Loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
The RCM could really use a man like you, Titus. Think about it.
I will, capo. That's a promise. Now scoot, 'cause the Hardy boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good point, Bino Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
Jesus Christ. This is sad. Hey, man.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Oh, you just don't care. Okay.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
I guess we'll see you later.
Two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman having sex. A ray of backward motion explodes.
What is the
from
point
his
of origin,
mouth.
damn
It's
it?
not the roof. And had it come from the coast, you would have probably stumbled upon it while you were running around over there. This leaves the island in the bay.
I think the shot might have come from the island.
It's not impossible. There is a narrow opening between the commercial area and the collapsed tenement north of it.
There are ruins on that islet. A sunken sea fort. I saw it through the coin-operated viewer.
I remember.
This is also a location we have yet to rule out.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem enthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything.
Maybe we need to go to that island.
There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
Remember an anti-aircraft gun or the ruins of one on the island from the coin-operated viewer.
Could be the makings of a sniper's nest.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
Kim, let's go to that. Let's go to the fucking island.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone.
Leanne, the net picker. She's towing her boat.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Two neon-lit.
Not done yet. Oh, her gun? Yeah, maybe. So what? I have one gun in one hand and a gun in the other, and I just fucking bam, bam. But that's still shitty because she has to fucking blow her brains out for that to happen. Like, fuck. If that is the case, if that's what I have to do, whoa.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Scar.
It's like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
I smell heavy fuel.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
Nope. Nope. No, no, no. Bad idea.
Okay. Sorry. Whew. Close call.
You fucking dumbass. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, sir, got a minute? Oh, shit. What's up?
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive?
Live and limping.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
It wasn't local union muscle, by the way.
Hey, that's just what I heard. Old wives' tale. So, what next?
Still looking around. Loose starts to tie up.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right?
Thanks, buddy. Jesus, man. What a rough day. But hey, my boy is still alive, alright? Even if I don't get the best ending, as long as my boy's okay, then I'm good.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you. Reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
Some people hurt me.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about.
This game is good. This game is very good.
You didn't only get shot.
I dodged a second shot. I can also get not shot.
Well, good for you.
You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Most cops are killers.
Aye. I bet they are. The good ones, at least. Of course. Can I help you with something?
You need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
Let me borrow your boat.
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow.
I know.
And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Okay.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
What if I want to rock?
See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat, rocking leads to capsizing. That there is an absolutely 100% rock-free skiff. You got that?
Okay. On the island, I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
You haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Okay.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Normally, like, when bad stuff happens in video games or people die, most of the time it's like, damn, that sucks, but oh well. But something about this game, this world, it feels so real. And all the characters, I like most of the characters, and they feel like real people. And not to mention the voice acting is just so good. The voice acting in this game is amazing. And it's just like, fuck, dude. I just feel sad. Like, not a lot of games have that effect on me. Where if shit goes down like this, then it actually, like, genuinely affects me. But something about this game, man. It's like fuck, I wanted to save all of them, dude. God. Like, I want to save all of them so bad, but I just don't know how. Like, fuck. Ah. Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war. But this could be important.
Wait, you mean shells?
I don't know what these are.
What then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No. Yes.
Fucking...
Let's go with yes.
Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
You mentioned something about lights.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
Is there anything else you could tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He
Your father
just
used...
yelled we shouldn't be there.
Oh. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
That is not what I asked.
Don't say that, he didn't.
Brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up and he's about to start crying. I'm just gonna say nothing.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Is little Lily your sister?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
That's it? You're being laconic about it.
It doesn't look like he knows what that means.
Okay, I'll see you kids later. Yeah, this game doesn't, pull punches. Like, at all. Alright, let's go.
With a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
I just realized I don't have ammo for my gun anymore. That's bad.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
Oh, this is it.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Not ready yet. Well, I mean, I don't really feel like I have much else to do. I still haven't found the fucking ammo. From the war, maybe. Maybe this is it then. This is probably gonna be the ending. I say, you know what? I think I'll just go for it. Finish off the stream with ending this game and then spinning the wheel.
The skiff floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, remember what the net picker said? It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. What? How else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing
Yeah, I get it. Get in and ride to the island. You don't need to tell me what Sad FM is, dude. He's actually fucking... I didn't think he would actually fucking do it. You know she's looking at us riding in the boat like, oh my fucking god. Like that fucking idiot. I told him not to... Simply use your gun that has infinite ammo. If only. If only I had the Dead Space finger gun. Ping, ping, ping. I feel like I should be like... Honestly, it may not be the best ending, but I feel like this ending had, like, the most effect. Because think about it, if, you know... If I had saved everyone, this would not have the effect that it's having right now. It's so melancholy. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like you're meant to get the good ending on your first try or the best ending, if it is possible. Can you imagine how sad this would be if Kim died? Oh my. Fuck me. I'm just glad my boy's alive. And Titus. I really like Titus. I'm glad he managed to survive in this one. In this route.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
Yep. Blasting Sad FM was definitely the right choice. 100%. Here we go. Makeshift bridge. The bonds are powerful enough to break the foundation. Or to chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This means I sort of got into the depot door.
Technically, no, it doesn't.
He's right.
Fuck yourself. This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes. So it seems.
So you mean if I was able to open that fucking door, I could have got here earlier, but no, the game said, no, you can't cheese this one. Go fuck yourself, game. What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay.
As a defensive measure,
Sorry.
lock it off that side of the bay.
Yeah. Lock it from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Attention, inflammable. So it feels like out of the barrel black viscous. Looking to trace of mazout. Mazout? Zoot?
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter.
On the islet, there is almost no wind. Just snow quietly falling on the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other. Like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work.
I feel like playing this game has given me some very good writing ideas and just like advice in general. Just this whole game is written so well, especially with these like inner mind dialogues. Like this game is definitely going to change the way I write when I do. To the west.
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
The east.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
This game is just beautiful. You write books? No, I'm not a book writer. Nothing like that. I just write in my free time. Nothing like books.
Snow falls on the water, melting away without even a whisper.
Writing's just a hobby of mine. Ahead.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless. A flake of snow falls on an extinguished campfire. Hiss.
Below the silence?
Col de Mamadakwa.
Him.
Yes?
Momentarily, the sounds are swept away. Pain shoots up your right foot and into your groin.
Ow! Have you noticed how quiet it is?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
Wait, I have to listen to one more thing.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Oh. I think that's just a, bug. Versus ICM, you see a star with little specks in it. Very based. Little birch for the corn operator. Viewer's still holding on. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. I don't know. I just think writing's fun. Go over here first. Cars are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. See, I'll probably finish the game on stream. And then later on go back and check out the rest of the side quests that I have. And probably also look up a guide and try to get the best ending eventually.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Tim, what is the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like
RCM. Sounds like RCM. Revachol Citizens Militia.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex.
Don't care.
It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
Jesus Christ, my fucking shitty endurance is really gonna bite me in the ass, isn't it? First thing at 51, no, maybe we need a reburn.
No one remembers the ICM. The connotation is less important each year.
A white star.
No. An upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Those spec stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
So, what's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Yeah, no. Should probably have this. Here we go. This is once an armament test. Armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here, medium distance, large caliber.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
You under the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Hold it.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere.
Up on the side.
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day.
Huh. Cool. Should probably check where those wires lead. Stairs have collapsed. Shit. Oh wow. No reason not to check out all this shit first.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft-cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
A flash of pain interrupts you.
Come on.
Making you wince instead of letting the words out.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No time for rest now.
Yes, any time. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero.
The candles planted on a broken rangefinder.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife, widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive?
Doesn't like nature.
Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Oh, you know what we gotta do? Like, points just disappear into ether?
Serialized fantastique. Oh yes, under the bed.
There we go.
There is a rather extensive collection of critical theory. That is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Look, Kim, a book, left wing. I have no comments, do you?
Ouzia. Humanitarian sciences. Stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West anymore.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him.
Critical theory books. What do you think this means?
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Interesting.
Interesting. Alright, I have to pick this up again. I'll take that. I'll take that. This great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off of it. Hold on, I want to see where these wires lead first. More important. Here? Where are you going? Hatch jammed shut.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Do another one, let's try. You know what? If there's another thing that comes up, then yeah, we'll try. Run your fingers across the keyboard.
The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Did this open the blast door?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
Emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks.
Oh,
a
shit.
shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Nice. Huzzah! I did it. Oh my. Huh? Is it
after you?
What's there?
I don't know.
If we get into another fight.
Don't worry. I have a gun.
So do I, but I don't have any bullets.
Harry, this reminds you. You're out of bullets.
My gun is out of bullets, by the way.
Then it's extra good that mine is not.
Well, do you have an extra bullet, you fuck? Alright, let's wait a bit. Let's go through here first. I would really appreciate finding a fucking bullet. Barring slit, you can't see inside. Must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. It's on a cargo ship. Signal horns echo on the water. First, let's investigate outside. What? What? Reeds sway strangely. No, it's nothing. Think the reed's gonna come alive? Come on, a washed up bullet or something. Stretching your feet. Careful not to fall through. Please, just like a straight bullet somewhere. Please, I'm begging you, Gabe. Oh, what? Pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. Inside of the fortress, we make out the console and the blast door. Oh, hey, here's where I would have gotten fuel. Weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the bay at Revachon. No mess cabinet nearly stocked with straw mine. Oh, sick, thanks. Fuel.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
Surely it's nothing? Yeah, no, nothing. I'm not gonna get kidnapped by a reed.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Spec mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
One out of the
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Tio Moteri, like the ones we find at Land's End, remember?
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. This means the same person could have visited both locations. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Check the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Just the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
This part is so cool on the left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two?
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the snow, reflecting light.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that.
Him, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger. On a calm day like this.
Him, I could make it. I could make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
Why didn't we come here before? Actually, nah, fuck that. Booyah, master cop work.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it, booyah, until we have that.
The shooter still be here.
Where?
On the island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
"We should move now."
Understood. Oh, ooh. Feel eyes on your back. Someone's watching, but you can't say from where. Ooh, that is not good. Maybe I should have went through the fucking door first. Maybe I'll go through it now. Alright, nope. I guess. Oh, walk slow. It might be dangerous. You got it. Maybe it's the reeds. Maybe. Maybe it's the Kodamakwa. Kodamamadakwa, whatever the fuck. Oh. Small white flowers blossom all around you. The rubber dinghy is deflated, broken. The what? Yeah, the Kodamamadakwa. Oh! Oh, shit. Hi.
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out the fire? 2 twins.
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position? Sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
You retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator and used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
It was not rock and roll, it was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Listen, it made an amazing set piece, okay? I don't want to hear it.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Go fuck yourself. Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is that a Bill McRae?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
Sinyao Communi.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in 06.
It's not white from the board. I remember it.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
Your weapon to stay true to you. Why not stay true to me too?
Yes. I bet you've killed a lot of people with it. You fascist fuck.
As I shine the light directly into his eyes, just...
Have you come to make me one of them?
His right eye twitches. With what? Fear? Rage?
We have come to ask you questions. Nothing more. If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
Hold on.
Fucking clowns.
I should have known they'd send the fucking clowns for me. You hear him mumbled. That was not the right move. You should have pushed on.
I just want to fucking save, God.
The old man leans on the frame stock of his rifle, looking up at you.
Sir, need you to put that gun down so we can talk further. We're with the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
His elbows rest on the frame stock, calmly for now. But he may still get it in his hands. Looks like he knows the weapon.
I am an enemy commander of rank. Put it down.
It's a good line, but you're...
Of fucking course, dude. Of course. Like, fuck me, dude. Gamba? Oh, yeah.
The words, I am an enemy commander, sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be, dog?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Oh. Old man lays the rifle down carelessly and stares at it just lying there.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness.
What did you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold.
Old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky. It's blue-gray, the same color as the sea. Those words, the future teaches you.
Real music. Real brilliant kult. That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
Marching song. Forget about that for a moment. You need to address that remark first.
I know La Revacholière. It's the marching song in the World Revolution.
There you go. 1 of 3. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was... some Samaran shit, I guess.
How does it go, the song?
How did it go?
Sits his gun on the ground, shakes his head slowly.
Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone now.
He waves erratically with his hand, annoyed that he can't remember. A little tremor passes through him. It was dear to him. He resents forgetting it.
Up the gun.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times.
Back to closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
It says a Triangong made in Sinyao.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
This uses that.
The right type and the right calibre.
He's liking this.
Rifle has been patched and modified several times.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. He just stares in front of him.
Load the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response? Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the Army of the Revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Been on this island for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
And you've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
That's insane.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
Couldn't give up.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects giant letters across the plaza mosaic in dark red government-marked heavy fuel oil. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smelling of petroleum. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting.
Are you saying they're gonna come visit me or something? Or at least they're coming? For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Women will always betray you.
Women are more susceptible to bourgeois morals. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith?
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took.
For what?
For reaction to take hold.
Reaction.
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
When was this exact?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic?
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
You didn't go to the map room?
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. Shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
What?
That the bourgeois are not human.
Say nothing.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
Old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. What is this place, this island?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. against the whole world.
You mean the landing, retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Coalition military?
Iblis.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
He does seem frail.
Ugh.
Tall for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
Drew me another opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over and we can do it.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
Have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
Notice the lieutenant's about to say something.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult, mentally, to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on, more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
How much cash does there say Lane 22B? Point to it in the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
They were.
Useless now. Rusted away.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
The small bunker of the Fell building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves.
Oh.
2 young boys.
Killed themselves?
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
More question. Do you smoke Tiomotiri cigarettes?
I do.
Never smoked them on the mainland.
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
You said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. A so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Not coalition appointed, we just try to help people.
You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste d'Insolande. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
So you're a communist soldier from the communist army?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
You said you were trained and assigned to the defense corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Hey, what does a political commissar do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the Commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology, he was like a cleric, a shepherd.
Really now?
Okay then, over-mystified that a bit.
Oh, I wanted to... Oh, well, whatever. That means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly, then another tremor.
I'm not really into politics myself.
You're a inert lumpen with a gun.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. The expression on his face is unreadable. There's some sort of interference there. Neurological?
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
This is body language.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild...
He's surprisingly okay.
Indeed. He speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated by what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system. Great leaps of emotion, from anger to grief, despair.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even. Not senile.
Wouldn't a foul temper be a byproduct of his life?
Perhaps, but his seems more than that. The inner turmoil takes unexpected turns, as if forced on him in a way. In summary, you sense some underlying neurological disorder.
Mr. Dross, are you okay? How's your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But...
What?
This is what you live for. This is the shit.
This is the shit.
The solution.
A solution.
Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Wait, so which one do I say then?
Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you.
Know what you want to tell me. Have you killed anyone with that gun in the last week or two?
I don't want to tell you anything, you grotesque murderer.
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me. I'm wrong all the time.
Okay, that was worth it. That was funny. So you're saying you kill people after active fighting Saab?
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor Krenel?
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Corpse in ceramic armor, hanging behind the whirling in rags. Did you shoot him?
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
I need your cooperation. I've got this.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistols. I've seen you prance around with those. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
You think we have... Dramatically ask, you think we have... the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
Calling it. We have the murder weapon.
Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Yeah.
Murder.
Like a marionette on some invisible string. This pushed him. but not enough. Just a little more.
We've done the ballistics. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
You said fascist, you're admitting you killed him?
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
Man, so this man thinks everybody on the fucking island is a traitor and hates them, so he shot that man because he wanted to start a civil war?
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
This is fucking stupid. Come on, what am I forgetting?
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh, yes!
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Oh. Holy shit. Of course, thank you, Head, thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul.
That's crazy. It comes up now. There were Maybells behind the victim's window.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even.
So many this year too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez. Only here.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilized them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it. The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
A young woman called Classier. Ring any bells? These dry flowers were behind her window.
Classier.
You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim?
He turns his sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaw twitch, a spasm.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst. Don't leave any loose ends. Get him on everything.
I wonder what brand of boots you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa? Some shit.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Dross.
Fucking imbecile.
Old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of his worn-out, old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sansarique, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Wait, maybe it's simpler than that.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
People change shoes. Doesn't mean you weren't there, near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silence suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer, armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer, dripping with blood.
He was a soldier too, he was a man.
Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You could see him squeeze a tear out of his eye, his fist begin to tremble from anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
And what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own, and so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
There it is.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing the ground.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
Ugh. Hawk's head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another trimmer passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pull the trigger.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Donut, you came at a very odd time. Oh, what's up, Donut? How you doing?
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Oh, so I guess fuck me for coming up with the idea that he wanted to start a war and everything. He just wanted to kill him just because he wanted to kill him. Oh, no, that's cool. Great.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
What a sad old miserable fuck you are.
This man has seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to see her covered in blood. To punish her.
How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water.
Yeah.
She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
What do you think she hid there? I mean, I already know.
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
This is the hidden boy she told us about. You looked into it?
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
You saw her name on the passport, but before, when I said her name is Clausier, you didn't seem to recognize it.
You didn't say Clausia in there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What did it say her name was in the passport?
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
Are you sure we checked the submersible? There was nothing there.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
There it is again. The strange neurological state he's sometimes in.
Moving on, did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks. And a body, hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook? From the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
Oh no, the detective is shaved.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
You can see her bruises through the scope of a rifle.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
How does he know about this minute details about her body?
It quickly comes to you.
Bruises on her body. Any chance you've seen them through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
Man, you just get worse and worse the more I talk to you.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Ever see her through a window on a roof?
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling and rags. Those are your footprints there. You just changed your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
That too.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you. One more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
You wanted to punish her, so you killed him.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
While he stands here and rots.
I'm just gonna say nothing.
The old man raises his gaze. Something glimmers in the corner of his black eye, a bitter taste on his tongue.
You had feelings for that woman.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
I hate women is crazy, yeah.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others.
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Was that why you left the dry flowers behind her window?
No.
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
When was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her Maybells?
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
It's as if something put the thought there to leave the flowers.
Something put the thought in you. A bullshit.
What do you mean, put?
A brief flash of terror.
Got this feeling from what you said. You agree?
Maybe. I told you. I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you. If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more. One more down.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
He repeats, staring at the ashes, then the reeds. There's a twitch in the corner of his eye.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
We arrested her.
Locked up with your masters, like I'll be. Maybe we'll meet? She kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, like she knew. Staring at the island. The fort. Like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
Across the water, on a dilapidated jetty in a nameless village, made of grey cinder block houses with Eternite roofs, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. He's there, doing what exactly I don't know. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer points at the ruins. Behind that anti-aircraft something. That's why we can't see him.
So they are coming.
Special Consultant Heidelstein is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. Where? His voice trails off as the 3 walk down the jetty.
So we'll probably see them when we go back.
As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification like a rotten tooth rising out of the water. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? You could get more out of him. He likes talking.
Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put, put, put of hatred.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries, pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare.
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Anything more?
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals. Like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
At all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Okay, then.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people might be worth investigating.
Disco... Whores?
Whores.
There was something about the statue on the roundabout and syphilis?
Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted in a whorehouse. The statue is an abomination.
Abomination?
The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues, too.
But it's still there.
What a
my
keen
bad.
remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why?
Because the king is holy and his statues are indestructible.
No. Cynical design cockroaches like you erected a new, ironic version of it. We tore it down with honest, working-class plastic explosives. But there it is again, grinning. Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity. Every gallery should be bulldozed, and the artists should all be given 30 years of hard labor in Yekokata.
I'm glad we talked about this. Whatever, dude. Now.
Glad? It's all gone.
Josef Leonovich Dros, you're under arrest for the murder of Ellis Conchener.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
You understand us, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
I have a lot of these. Let's definitely put some into this. Fuck it, I don't trust my luck. Wait.
You thought you heard something.
Oh my fucking
but
god.
It's just the reeds.
Yeah, wow, who would have thought?
Maybe we could all fit in there.
I'll fit in a little boat. Is someone taking our boat currently? It all fit in the little boat.
Actually, no.
Does that have room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here.
Reload?
But
Have you seen how much yapping there is?
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Him while who watches him there while I come back for you?
you come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Maybe I can just ask that net picker to watch him?
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
No, listen. Listen now.
I go with him? You.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
You're right.
This world. What are you talking about? Is this?
The wind is cold from the east. A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
What? What the fuck? Blink.
It's still there. An unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
Giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
There is. I see it. It is right there.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
4 simple words.
Thank God.
If he can see, then you're not insane.
What the fuck?
But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Is this the cryptid? Yeah, this is the cryptid. That the fucking old lady saw when she was a little kid, and the guy tried to like find proof that it existed this entire time. And we tried so long to find it. This is it.
Be very, very careful.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
What is my lower intestine going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay, but what's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
What is fascism though?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revishal's problems?
I thought you were my circulatory system.
Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link.
Financiers?
Yes, them. But also, women.
Women?
Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
Am I having some kind of stomach seizure?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay, stomach, I made my mind about fascism.
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
Absolutely not. I'm not gonna be played by an upset stomach.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
What the fuck, dude? What the actual fuck did I just... What? Oh man, that made me tear up a little bit. You have this long, sad segment with the old man, and then you have seeing this fucking cryptid, and then just... Oh man, I fucking love this game. This game's great. I already saved. What am I doing? Whew. So, hey.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
This is the Elysium phasmid.
It is.
Nice.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
But like, yeah, we want to get a... I guess I want to approach it first before he takes the photo. The flash is loud, it won't like that.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear.
Stop! Let me approach it first.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his pride get in the way. You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Here's what they think, Kim.
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Approach carefully.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness.
This is so cool.
The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
It's smelling me.
Maybe it is real, the pheromone.
About now, he is ready to believe in anything.
I mean, shit, like, who wouldn't be at this point?
The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue expanding like lunglets, breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze.
This is probably a bad idea. I feel like we'll scare it away. I really want to try. I mean, I can always reload because I want to get the picture, but I want to see if I could touch it. But let's try this first. Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
And I tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
This is so cool.
The faintest smell, like you've never felt before. Like burnt roses.
It's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
What the fuck?
I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Reverchol, district of Martinez.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
It's wunderbar.
Yes, holy is the Lord of hosts, and all the earth is filled with his glory. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Informed bug. You butchered that? Don't care. Too busy looking at stick bug. Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
You're the type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do you ask?
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced the missing antenna.
Small leg? That's horrible.
Yes, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have a foot there now.
Yes, thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
I'm a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
I was born to detect you.
Yes. No one detected me for such a long time. For thousands of years. I dithered, out of sight. Trapped myself in greenery.
This is my masterpiece.
No one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. dripping of blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea, the first in 1,000 years.
Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you are awake. I am real.
Oh.
Light is forming me. This is real.
Where does this come from? All this around us, the world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lilies.
And all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum.
Oh.
Or read.
Oh.
Wait, so
you look like a reed, and you can eat reeds.
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed, Vasman?
Yes. I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
Oh. So you're a cannibal. That's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait, the Pale is human-made.
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
So, ever since humans showed up, the Pale started forming. I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
Ow.
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget?
Have I always thought this way?
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
I'll be extra careful not to blink, stick insect, don't worry.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
No. I told you what it's about, our fate.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
All the creatures I've met, you are the kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For freedom.
What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it.
I will try.
She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
I really don't want to have to raise my hand and then have all of that get fucked over and then it runs away and I don't get a picture. Raise? Alright, I trust you.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence.
Raise the other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you.
Don't pray to me, I'm nothing.
The reed creature does not stop its stridulations. It towers above you, parting the reeds it emerged from. Tuft-like structures still rustle on its joints.
Oh, well. Alright. Okay, Kim. Take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
Awesome!
I got it.
Oh, it's so cool. You hear the lieutenant whisper as the creature's shape develops into photo paper in his hand. Polychrome ghosts of white streaks against the reeds in the sky, and you as a shadow before it.
For all time.
Carefully pet its scythe-like form.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning!
Warning! Pull your hand away.
A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening. Wave by wave from its stupor, some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think.
Okay. Time to back off.
Don't say it. Are you sure? This may be the only chance you get to touch it.
Don't fuck with me like this game. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna back up, but then I'll go back and touch it just to see. But this is my official answer. We got it.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Told you we'd find it.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
Yeah. It can walk on water.
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
That was fucking awesome. That is my favorite part of the game. 100%. Holy shit, that was awesome.
I do not have fire inside me.
I guess we can look at different dialogue.
There is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a wine palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. Shapes of plants. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless.
What the fuck is happening to me right now?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting, but for a curious smell.
I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. With all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation.
Better than the dance? The dance was really funny, but this is just cool.
Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
It was very disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you.
Aw.
And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
In honor of your will, Lieutenant Euphrator, that you kept from falling apart in the face of sheer terror, day after day, second by second. Detective arriving on the scene.
Detective arriving on the scene. I'm detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Got all three. Hell yeah. We're destroying him.
Very slowly. And only because he won't go away.
Oh wow.
It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I'm destroying him.
Wait, so...
Okay.
Yes, of course. The 3 meters tall stick insect would be offended.
Touch the creature's whisker.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
Lick your finger.
It tastes like sugar.
Oh.
Very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
Here we go. Carefully pet its scythe-like form.
The limb before you. Warning!
Reach your hand up the slither limb higher.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system.
Are we good?
There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the overwhelming brightness of the signal. The invertebrate is regaining control. The stimulus overloaded it. It's passing like an extended moment or a gallstone.
Okay. So we lived. Back off.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs.
Disengage.
As you're turning away, the
wow.
phasmid mirrors
So I didn't
your
really miss out on a whole lot.
Stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
I missed out on a skill point. What the? Common 30mm scope attached with almost any. Ah. And it's like that guy's helmet. I can wear one. What in the fuck? Wow. The passport.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazier.
Classia's hidden documents from the empty boy.
What's it doing in the Phasmid's nest?
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
I think the Phasmid took it.
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island, and the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it, but to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
Would it? Maybe it was simply curious. A curious octopus would do something similar. Or even a cuttlefish.
Maybe it was curious, like an octopus?
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point.
It's Clausia, with short black hair and
What a
glasses.
cool
She looks
fucking game.
boyish, younger somehow.
What a cool fucking game.
An old photo, before life came and did what it does.
Scatter design Elysium.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name, where Clausia comes from. Remember? God damn it. I told you she kept on lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else right now. Another detective.
You see, it was supposed to be her real name. She lied to us.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time.
What the
In a
fuck?
way, she's still lying to us right now.
Her real name?
I don't know. But it was not Katarzyna Alasia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith, or Clausia. Whoever she is, when we get back, I need to warn our holding cells. We need to double the security around her.
Alright. I think we're finally nearing the end of the game. I did not expect the stream to keep on going this long.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
He was back to being a skeptic, yeah. What a fuck. It's best you arrested her? Yay, I did something right! Thank God.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the Phasmid?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing.
Snap your fingers under his nose.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem. Doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
But yeah, and then I'll spin the wheel.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
We found some things in the Phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the ceramic helmet.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Show him the Oranese passport.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80.
Dude, what can't exist in this universe at this point? Like, I think all bets are off the table.
This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Huh.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
That scope?
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
Yeah, he looked at those fucking reeds a lot.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid? This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
What happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke? Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reads for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross.
No response.
Maybe this is how the Phasma stayed hidden all these years.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yes. You forget it's there.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
Before, when I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Perhaps this animation is induced by something in the Phasma.
It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
Been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in its company?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. And the insect, maybe.
But the Phasma is connected to the case? That's fucking crazy.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Yeah, thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Do you think if it wasn't for the Phasmid, he would have gone old and senile sooner? Instead of being so animated, and he wouldn't have killed the person with the sniper? That's fucking crazy. Oh my... What the fuck? That's actually insane. What the fuck? Dude, oh my god. This game is so good. What the fuck? Oh my god. That's actually crazy. That's fucking insane. I can't believe that actually came back. This fucking game, man. They're so sweet and scary somehow. This fucking game. Oh, why did it take me this long to play it? Honestly, I am glad I waited to play it though. So that I got the final mix version with all the voice acting, because the voice acting adds so much. Now that I think about it, I wonder how much game time was added to people playing this game with the voice acting. Because think about people who just read everything really quick. You good there, Kim? We'll just ignore him. But yeah, I'm wondering, because this didn't have voice acting yet, completely before the final cut, so, you know, I wonder how many hours were added to people's playthroughs thanks to the voice acting. Just the voice acting is so good. Everything about this game is so good. What a fantastic, beautiful game. That, yeah, my favorite moment by far. By far, bar to none, my favorite moment. For sure.
The skiff is swaying.
Let's return.
Let's. We are done here.
What a... That's still mind-boggling.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
The fucking Phasmid kept him there and animated, which ended up killing the person.
But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
My bad.
The skiff is swaying on the water. 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 The ski
Man. Man. You know, voice is shorter because you start skip. Well, yeah, it's shorter because, you know, compared to just listening to the voice, if you're a quick reader, you could get through this game, I imagine. Pretty quick.
Look what the tide brought in.
Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Yeah.
This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Wait, you're the man with sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Forget about all this. There's a giant...
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Oh, hey man.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Way to feed me to the wolves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
Shit kid.
You. Shit kid? That's you.
Maybe you've deserved it.
How'd you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
You say this establishment and he still betrays me?
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building, mixed with blood.
This is one junior delinquent.
I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it.
You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
And I solved the case.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Absolutely no idea. 100 years? Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
True, Officer Minot, glad to make the acquaintance. Let's actually, I'm truly sorry, Officer Minot.
Okay, you're my commanding officer. I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
So Trent Hadelstam turns out to be Special Consultant Trent Hadelstam.
Yes, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I never said I wasn't Trent Heilerstam.
Wait, what was up with the kid then?
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No problem.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this? Tell me at least you are who you said you were.
Yes, I'm still Kinki Solagi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
Mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Heidelstown, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, first, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay, so what does this unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
They're your posse, or what remains of it. Hand-picked, hand-lost.
The 41st isn't...
Where have you been all this time? There's a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
I said all those things? I'm not like that anymore.
Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit 1,000,000 times over.
None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
I drank so much that I lost my memory, now I'm slowly recovering it.
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
That's my boy. I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful.
Yeah, awesome.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. We just need it for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
I thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't. I drove into the ocean when I was drunk.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Got my badge right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic.
Really?
And the badge slips out of your hand.
Please.
Not today, badge.
Fuck you. Did I get my badge?
You got it all right. You're showing it to him. Victorious. They're seeing the badge.
Yo, my badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural stakes, not achievements.
Oh, fuck you.
What is it with all these material objects?
Upgrading my gun to a rifle. My gun is right here.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
They don't know that I lost my gun, as far as I know. I quit drinking forever. It's only me in this boring hellhole now.
I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then, huh?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
None of this matters. My odor situation, it's meaningless compared to what I've discovered.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape. A certain Ruby. Because you were too drunk to take her in. You went in drunk.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
She caught us in a pale latitude compressor. You know how much that hurts?
Oh, well. If it made you boo-boo. I'm not even gonna get into the 80 other suspects you failed to arrest. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely,
Come on.
making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. He grinds. He makes the real. He's a visionary and a money engineer, which is just... And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective.
Yes.
One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Yes. Yes.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Dude, bro's got my back.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Dude, he even compliments my singing. Oh my god, marry this man already.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
Check this shit out.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
This is what I've been trying to tell you about.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence.
That's fucking crazy.
Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Yeah, dickhead.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Also, the phasma is female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
I'd gathered items in its nest, a helmet, a scope, and a passport.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Bowers are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays physically. This one was plain colored.
So I still think it was female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole
wait.
helmet with its limbs.
But cloned itself, yeah, it cloned itself. So maybe, shit. Right. But again, cloned itself. Still fucking crazy. Oh yeah, look, they reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Observation?
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
Bro's still live at 1:45 in the afternoon for me. Dude, this game is fucking amazing.
That makes sense. Yes.
But what's up, Minnie? Welcome. Yeah, this game is just like fucking incredible.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Oh wow. Nice. This guy's a good guy. It had mandibles that looked like hair. It was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
I cannot wait to show this photo to Lena. that is going to be amazing. I doubt I'm not gonna be able to do it. but just like knowing that's a thing that this character is going to do afterwards is yes.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
It's gonna make them so happy. Oh.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it...
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
I also started a nightclub in the church.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, and I discovered a hitherto unexplored anthroponautical phenomenon in there too. A 2mm hole in the world.
That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the Pale.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Killer draws, we have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Revolutionary matronym.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
The encyclopedia helps you out. I hope.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
See, this is what I thought. The Killer Mercy hoping to start a war between company and the Union, but in reality, he just... I feel like it's a mix of both of these. Well, it wasn't rage, but the phasmid is at fault, but I'll just say he killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation. Aggravated, possibly, by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals.
Oh.
He himself gave a political reason. Said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that. Way more.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism like the phasmid.
Perfect folding mechanism? Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Fuck you. I nailed this case.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something. It will pass. In time.
Thank you, Volition. Man, Volition, you're my boy to the end. There's also a dead man on the boardwalk. A missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk.
Did you know I found
The
him?
body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
That was a sad side quest.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
Thank you.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Let's look at the mission at the Doom commercial area.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is.
That. A commercial building where all business go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
I love that Kim always has my back.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did.
Fuck
It's
you.
alright. I'm in. At this point, anything is but the drink.
Fuck off. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude.
Your sleep schedule after the stream. Worth it. I love the idea that they will teach us at cop school. That is pretty funny. I mean, this is a legendary case, so of course this is going to be, like, everywhere.
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Nice.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait. I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the
Yeah.
bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The fucking running around. The fact that I always run everywhere. That's funny. Why does everything fucking come back and connect? What the fuck? The collection of found sportswear I've amassed.
The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is, and your moves on the church floor, which honestly were just jump aerobics.
Dude, how does this shit all connect?
God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
You said in Coron. I was a gym teacher there.
Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards. Coron is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every morning to the baseball field or the sports building.
And to think there's probably so much shit that I missed that also connects and this and that and oh my god.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
What the fuck?
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Oh.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
So I was doing good and happy as a gym school teacher, but then I became a cop because she inspired me to do it, and then just shit went downhill from there.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
I did run everywhere. Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Some chick who?
Dora something. Dora Engeland. Yeah, you mentioned her name.
Not Dora Dubois.
Wait, Dora... Yeah. So we weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it? What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
What did she do, man? Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Huh?
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees order. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist?
Wait a minute.
Go talk to that.
I got caught up in how... What you just said, Neon, is just one thing that clicked in my head. I got caught up in how pretty she was. Everybody else talks about how she's completely gorgeous and pretty. And the first thing I wanted to say to her at the start of the game was that I wanted to bang her. What the fuck? That was the first thing I wanted, your brain wants to say to her. That was like foreshadowing. What the fuck? What? There's actually no way. What?
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
That was foreshadowing at the very start of the fucking game. You arrested your girlfriend? I don't know if it was actually her. I doubt that, but I'm just saying that the fact that that's one of the only people you could just immediately go for her. It's just the fact that you can immediately go for her and decide to bone down. See, explore that sideline? I don't really know. Okay, am I dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
No? Because the suspects seem to think.
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
Well, that's good.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
Man, Volition, you know, you're my boy. I should have just trusted you. I'm sorry. Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed. And everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torson and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though. Torson and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it?
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
And Prices?
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
Oh.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
You recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Son of a bitch.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
The heartbreak route. Jesus.
Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
We work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Kim is my biggest glazer.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Phasmin. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
Pulls up his collar and looks around. Cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Yes, yes, yes!
Would fit in. I'm crazy enough. Can take the stress.
Come on!
He doesn't know how to finish the sentence.
Come on!
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Come on!
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
Dude, a fucking rare Jean dub.
I would have to tie things up in GRIA.
Yes!
But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
Yes. I'm so happy.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to.
Yes!
Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Yes, yes!
He's really considering it.
Oh, dude. Okay, game over. Game over. I win. Game over. Game over. The Phasma, I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
Thank you. The zoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about the Phasma.
Now I'm a little motivated.
To Kim.
Thank you, Neon. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. To Kim? To Kim. Can't guess what is the alternative for this? What do you mean? What happens if he doesn't come with us and just goes back to his precinct? Well, now I'm curious.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Yes! You can recruit Kuno? Fuck off. Fuck off. Are you kidding me? Kuno? For real. What the fuck? Recruit Kuno? I mean, honestly, that okay, obviously, way prefer to recruit Kim, but that honestly is kind of nice. That you can recruit Kuno and, you know, clean up his life. That's also nice. I actually kind of like that.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
As a junior policer, it's so nice he's excited about that. Oh, aw. I kind of want to look that up now. That seems cute. That's nice.
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
She is going to be over the moon.
Yes, he's gonna be fucking so happy. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I'm so glad they brought that up. Now I know for sure that he's gonna do that. Oh, yes. Everything's tying up so neatly.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time.
Dude, as much as I want to see what happens, I don't think I can bring myself to be an asshole to Kim. Like, I want to do a playthrough where I go all into physique and motorics and nothing into physique and intellect. And I want to do like the opposite instead of, you know, this ending where I solved the case and I rebuilt my reputation. You know, I'm doing good. Just be a fucking dickhead to everybody and just be an absolute dumpster fire. But then Kim wouldn't respect me and he would hate me and I would feel like shit if that happened. I feel so bad.
Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
Of course.
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man.
Hell
He'll
yeah.
pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood.
Nice.
Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
So the captain believed in me till the very end. Hell yeah.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Oh, man. Hey. Hell yeah. Okay, Dan. I have to know. Dan, there's something I must ask you. And please tell me the truth. Is there somehow a way, a route, where you can go gay for Kim? I have to know. Is there a way that happens? Is that an option at some point? Can that happen? Still wearing the garden gloves. I mean, not directly to hook up, but I mean, like, talk about sexual. Yeah, I know. I did that. I talked about sexuality, but I was wondering if there was an option to where, you know, they both talk about it more directly. Damn. That's what I wanted out of anything else. No, that's all. Damn it. Well, at least it's good because I didn't miss out on it. There's a lot of fan art. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of fan art. My canon ending is that they became the best duo ever. They repaired the city. They became an amazing, awesome duo, more famous than any other cop duo in the world. And they also love each other. I can't believe Kim can probably die. That's crazy. Gay lover partner cops? Exactly. Now I'm wondering if that shootout cannot happen. So, I don't think I got the best ending, but I think my ending was pretty fucking good. I think my ending was pretty damn good. I mean, granted, I save scummed a lot, but dude, I'm gonna be honest. If I didn't save scum throughout this game, I would have hated it. I would have actually hated this game. I would have despised it. I got so sick of losing 90% chances. Like, you saw me lose the, like, what was it, 90% chance with the hearing at the very end? Like, I honestly would have hated this game fight. I'm glad I saved scum. I'm really glad I saved scum. Because the amount of times I would have lost rolls otherwise, I would have ended up hating this game and probably ditched it. Holy shit. I don't even know, how do I add to that? What do I even add? Like, what a fucking game, dude. What a fucking game. My god. I can't believe every little fucking thing connected in the end. And there's probably a lot of little things that I didn't even notice that connected in the end too. I just didn't find. The craziest thing is definitely the phasmid. The fact that I found the phasmid in the end and it connected to the guy shooting the person with the sniper, that's fucking... What the fuck, dude? Not to mention just the encounter with the phasmid was just so cool. Like, throughout this game, when I learned about the Pale, I'm like, oh, that was crazy. Like, that was insane. Like, learning about the Pale, that's awesome. Like, that was super crazy. Like, what could go further than this? And then I saw the phasmid, I'm like, what the fuck? Everything lined up and connected right at the end. I feel like I've only seen like 50% of this game now. This is definitely one of those games that I have to take a break from for a while and then come back and play it again for sure and do a second playthrough and really try to find everything on the second playthrough, like as much as I possibly can that I didn't find before. I was not expecting this from this game, because I just went into it knowing nothing. All I knew about it really was that you were a detective that lost his memory. I did not expect all of this from this game. It kind of gives me the same vibe Undertale did when I first beat it, was that I went in not knowing anything, and when I beat it, I was just like, whew, wow. You know, like, damn. At first play, all the narrative backstory means nothing, but replay, you start to put it together. Yeah, I imagine when I replay it, I'm gonna start seeing things and being like, whoa, wait, that didn't, and wait a second, you know? Like, whoa, wait, but that, it's like a second brain blast. First, you have the first brain blast of when you beat the game and you see the dots connect, but then you play the game again, and then more dots start to connect about foreshadowing and backstory and this and that. And the people that made this game are goated. Fuck, man. Oh, I just feel so good. Like, I just feel good. This is such a good game. Oh, man. And that's it. It's done. It's over. All the way back to day one. All the way back to day one when I was trying to jump over this ledge and it would not work. I could not get over this ledge. I had to come back to it 3 separate times. Solving the curse. Back when the game bugged and this curtain was actually closed for me. The dice maker. Bookstore. Jumping over it finally. Talking with him for the first time. Oh man. Talking with her. What a journey. Man. The body. I couldn't inspect the body for shit because I kept throwing up. You just see everything I've done. Went through the back door, talked with her. Talked with the Hardy Boys. Talked with him again. When the first area opened up. Had a date with the woman. Went into here. Back when I learned about the Pale and I was fucking losing my mind. Besides Kim, I really like Titus. Titus was cool. Lena was a treat. I loved Lena and her husband. I loved talking with them. They were cool. Yeah, they were cool. I like the gay guy. I like talking about the homosexual underground with him. That shit was funny. The Phasmid, if that counts, is also dope as fuck. Yeah, I ended up liking Kuno. He's a little shit, but I ended up liking him. I could tell there's still like kind of a part of like kid in him when I talked to him about the locust he stole, and he said he did a little town for them and he would help them and he would keep them alive. And he also sounded interested in the Phasmid. When you mentioned it, he was like, huh, because he was actually interested in the Phasmid. So I was like, oh man, poor kid. But then Kuno East bullied him and fucking shit on him. Oh, also Dan, I got like a 3% check and I got the part where you like, you whisper with them. You basically tell Kuno East to fuck off and you just like, hey, come here, come talk with me. I got that part. So that's part of the reason why I like Kuno. And I just mainly feel bad for him. Like, man, that poor fucking kid. Which is also why I like the idea of him becoming a little junior cop. That's so nice. Yeah, he tells you that she murdered someone. Yeah, she tells you that she straight up, yeah. Which I never delved deep into that, but that's like, calling another child for a radio show. What the fuck? He did mention it was probably another kid. Man, I'm sad I beat this game. Now that feeling is coming in where I'm like, damn, I'm done with this game. It's over. Fuck. I want to keep playing. God damn it. Oh, this was sad. This was really sad. This was fucked up. When I walked up to her and just fucking died. Shootout afterwards. Let's spin that wheel. Yeah. Oh. Ooh, 9 souls. All right.